What up, guys? Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by Terry Bogard. This is part 5. In the last part, Izuku basically take care of the quirk evaluation test and got also first place due to his enhanced strength and power and everything. Not only that, he also found out that Alice, his rival, that he made when he was a kid, is also in UA, but is a second year. However, she still wanted to be close to the one person she cares about the most, besides Terry, her idol. Not only that, Class 1A is about to begin their battle training. With that said, let's get into this. As Izuku steps out with his hero costume, basically similar to that of Terry's outfit actually, as he has a sleeveless jacket and underneath it a black t-shirt, wearing some blue jeans as well, and some, his same red boots as usual. That hasn't changed one bit, with a hat that says the heroic wolf, but it's in kanji though. However, he soon runs into Ochako in her costume, as she began complimenting him, saying he looks really awesome, before actually stunned a little bit. As Izuku saying, you okay, Uraka? As she keeps on, basically looking at Izuku from top to bottom, as she noticed that he may be short and kind of her height, but she realized that he's pretty pretty built actually. As she realized that when he carried her pretty easily during the practical portion of the entrance exam after all. As Izuku saying, Uraka, you okay? As she soon snapped out of it saying, oh yeah, I'm totally alright. No need to worry. As she soon saying, but I think I should have been more specific about my hero costume. They just did whatever, and his outfit is pretty skin tight actually. As Izuku soon looked as well, as he soon turned around and put his hat on his eyes, saying, nah, you look totally fine. No problems whatsoever. With Mineta basically making the comment, I love this school. With soon All Might saying, gather around, students. It's time to put you all together. As soon Ida began asking, sir, this is the place where we did our entrance exam. Will we be fighting against robots just as usual? As All Might saying, normally, yes. For first years, we start you off as something easy, basically fighting against tons of robots. However, I believe many of you have great potential. As soon All Might began thinking, I said I would find a successor here at UA. They did suggest to me young Togeda, even Sir Night-Eye. However, I feel like the first years here in Class 1A may be just as good candidates as he is. As soon saying, today's exercise will be heroes versus villains. You'll be paired up in teams of 2, while the hero team basically tries to defeat the villains by capturing a rocket. The villain team will have to stall for time, or basically take down each and every one of their opponents easily. As Suyu soon raised up her hand, saying, isn't that a bit too advanced for us, sir? Do you really think we are ready for something like that? As All Might saying, I believe so. I truly believe that you are all ready for an exam like this. As Izuku saying, I hope All Might's right. I don't want to go against his judgment, but I feel like there are some of us that may not know the meaning behind restraint. As he looks at Bakugo, of course. But soon as All Might tells them to come up to him and pick a letter from a box. Each letter, there are 2 letters that are the same. Depending on what person has the same letter, you'll be on the same team. As this, Izuku picks up A, as his partner would be also as A, being Ochako. So all the pairings are basically the same as canon. So nothing's really changed here, guys. Just letting you all know. After this, All Might soon shuffle the teams together and see on who will be going against who will be the hero team and who will be the villain team. As he soon pulls out of the hero box saying Team A, and then the villain box being Team D. With that, it being Ochako and Izuku versus against Bakugo and Ida, just as usual. And after this, Izuku saying, well, shit. It almost seems like the world just really wants me to go against Kachan. And this time, I think they really want me to fight him. With this, Bakugo couldn't help but have a devilish grin on his face. As internally he begins thinking, yes, this is my time. The one chance I'll actually put that damn nerd in his place. And after that, he begins having tons of flashbacks about everything that has happened to him. About all the moments that he's been humiliated by Izuku. The first time when Rock actually defended Izuku. The second time, defeating all of those low-level villains in front of the school like it was nothing. And the third time being when he beat him behind the school with just one punch. And the last one, most likely, being when he got first place in the entrance exam. As the latest one being fifth, which is the quirk apprehension test yesterday. With this, Bakugo's hatred and unbridled fury towards Izuku, he's going to let it loose today. After this, Bakugo and Ida basically went to the warehouse where they'll be protecting the bomb as villains, where Izuku and Ochako had at least 10 minutes before they could begin the training exercise. With this, they began having a plan, with Ochako saying, so what do you have in mind, Deku? He's saying, I think I got an idea, but it's most likely going to be accurate, so I need to take care of him beforehand. He's saying, so what do you mean? Who are you talking about? Wait, is it Bakugo? As he said with that sort of annoyed sigh and says, yes, it's Bakugo Uraraka. And she was curious, asking, so what's the reason why he hates you so much? I can tell pretty closely that every time he looks at you, even for a glance or even you're mentioned, he can't help but, just get angry. With Izuku saying, well, it most likely has to do with me being quirkless. And when us growing up as kids, he was always praised, told that he would be a great hero because his quirk is so strong. I remember that day. I was happy for him too, because we used to be best friends then. But as the years go on, he began bullying me and looked down on me. And not just me, but everyone else that he saw as inferior to him. As I got stronger and began learning how to manipulate my ki, and also began doing martial arts as well, I realized that, his entire mindset is completely and utterly ridiculous. That he thinks he's better than everyone, when there are still people who are even stronger than him. It's just he hasn't faced them all his life. Hell, if he fought against me for real, I would most likely destroy him with just a couple punches and kicks. But I need to hold back for this exam, at least for now. As saying, if you say so, Deku. As soon they arrive at the abandoned building, with Ida asking, Bakugo, may I ask you about Midoriya's skills and abilities? Tell me, is he really quirkless as he says he is? It's hard to believe as saying, shut up, don't you dare talk to me. I don't need you. And if you're wondering about that damn nerd having a quirk, I don't even know. If he says he's quirkless, then he's damn quirkless. And it's my job to put him back in his place. Matter of fact, why don't I humiliate him at that? As soon they began, saying, don't get in my way, Four Eyes, or I'll explode you as well. After saying this threat to Ida, Bakugo soon leaves. With that, Ida felt pretty uneasy with the fact that his partner just threatened him before Ida switches to villain mode just like he would in canon and basically plays the role of a magnificent villain. With soon after entering, Izuku began trying to sense Bakugo and Ida's ki as he thinks, well, I can sense their energy pretty well. Looks like Kachan really does have that murderous aura as usual. That's not gonna fade anytime soon, at least until I knock him out, or at least until probably tomorrow. As soon he begins thinking, there's Ida as usual. His ki is just as normal and innocent as ever. Naive, but still, I think I got this pretty well. After saying this to himself, Ochako saying, Deku, are you? I'm good. Bakugo is soon coming down at us. All we need to do is you to go past him. He won't be bothering with you because he has more of a grudge with me. So I'll act as a distraction. Knowing Ida, he may already plan something ahead of time, knowing that Bakugo would most likely let you go ahead anyway. Most likely they're going to stall the time, or possibly beat me and then beat you. That's definitely Bakugo's plan, that's for sure. He's saying, I see. Well then, let's go. Saying, yeah, let's do this, partner. As the two enter the building, soon everyone in the monitoring room begins looking at this. As Ojiro soon says, this is going to be over in at least the next 5 minutes or so. As they all look at the tail quirk user, as soon Kaminari saying, huh? It just started. What makes you think that it's going to end so easily? As Ojiro soon says, well, it's obvious. Izuku's going to win this for himself. No one can beat him. As soon Mina soon says, come on, I think you're just being exaggerating. I mean, you are friends after all, right? Saying, he is my best friend, yes, but he's also my rival. And I fought against him multiple times. We sparred. And you want to know how many times I've actually beat him? As soon one of them being Sero, saying, what, how many? As Ojiro says, 5. You don't know how many times we sparred? As they wonder, 105 times. He's beaten me 100 times. After this, everyone's pretty shocked, especially seeing on how high Ojiro placed in the quirk apprehension test, as they knew Izuku placed pretty high, but they didn't know he was that strong. With Shoto actually taking an interest and a notice within Izuku's strength and wants to see if he really is quirkless. With All Might began thinking, is young Midoriya really this strong? Is he truly quirkless like he says he is? It's hard to believe that. Within, they soon enter the top floor as Izuku soon noticed Bakugo was heading down the hall and saying, gotcha. After this, he soon steps out with Bakugo noticing Izuku, and soon a switch just triggered in his mind as he, without thinking, his body just moved on pure instinct and was sent flying as he screamed, Deku! With Izuku saying, perfect. Within, Izuku ran as fast as he can, with then screaming out, Burn Knuckle! As pure green energy begins coming from his fist, as he soon punches Bakugo square in the face, with Izuku screaming out, now Uraka, go! Go to the top floor and get the bomb, now! And saying, okay, are you sure we made the plan, go, do it! And she says, just please be careful, Deku. And she soon ran up ahead to the other floors. Izuku saying, well, this is the first time we actually have a serious fight, Kachan. The last time you tried to fight me, I actually knocked you out with just one punch. Seeing that you're able to hold your own now, makes sense. You have gotten stronger. At least, well, physically, though. Let's see how strong your quirk has gotten. saying, "Shut up! Stop looking down on me, you bastard! You quirkless nerd!" Saying, "Yeah, I am quirkless, and I am a nerd. I'm a fighter nerd, and I'm a, well, hero nerd. So what? You're just basically stating the obvious, Kachan." Saying, "Shut the hell up!" As he soon sent flying again, with Izuku saying he's going to throw a right hook. As Bakugo soon throws a right hook, trying to use his hand to explode Izuku. As he's saying, "Perfect timing," then grabs him by the arm and then slams him to the ground before finishing it up with a knee to Bakugo's back. As then he soon screams out in agony, with Izuku saying, "I'm not going to hold anything back because I don't have time to waste on you." As then his ki begins coming through his body, saying, "There's not a lot of earth through this building, so I'll use what I can." As then he begins rushing at Bakugo, circling around him, beating the crap out of him constantly, before finishing it off with a powerful blast, screaming out, "Savage Fury!" As then Bakugo was sent flying, as his entire body feels completely and utterly sore from all those punches and kicks. As Izuku saying, "You're done. I was really hoping that you would actually give me much of a fight, but what was I expecting? No point of putting the cuffs on you. There's no way you're getting up after that." After this, Izuku just left, saying, "Where the hell are you going, Deku? Don't you dare leave. This is not over yet." Saying, "You're able to stand even after that? Wow, you really have gotten strong, Kachan. You can really take a beating now." Saying, "Shut up, stop looking down on me." Saying, "I'm not looking down on you. I really am impressed. A normal person. Hell, I even bet a hero with that of a durability quirk wouldn't be able to take that much punishment from my savage fury. Heck, they will most likely be on their knees before me finishing them off. But you were able to take, you still took that, and yet you're still standing and conscious at that. So yeah, I am impressed. You really have gotten stronger." With Bakugo screaming, "I don't need your damn pity!" Saying, "What the hell is wrong with you? I'm not pitying you, for Christ's sake, you idiot! I have done nothing to offend you!" Saying, "Your mere existence offends me!" As then, Bakugo saying, I'm done with this bullshit." As he pulls a pin back on his gauntlet, saying, "Wait, what are you doing?" Saying, "You already know how my quirk works, so there's no point in explaining it. But since we've been fighting pretty much quite a bit, I think it's time to actually release it now. So, I wonder if you're able to handle a point-blank explosion so powerful enough that it can raise a whole city block." As Izuku gets annoyed, saying, "You idiot! This may be a training exercise, but are you really trying to kill me, you moron?" Saying, "Shut the hell up and die already!" As All Might soon says, "Wait, no, young Bakugo, don't pull the pin!" With Bakugo not even listening and already pulls the pin. With a huge explosion soon coming Izuku's way, is saying, "Damn it! I don't have anything to actually counteract that blast unless I want to destroy the building itself. Hell, if I probably use one of my special moves, this whole building would most likely be destroyed in a matter of minutes. Hell, even seconds if I use the Grand Slam." As soon saying, "Screw it." As then he channels all of his ki within his hands, trying to create a small barrier, as being a pure orb of earth energy. At that, he braced himself for an explosion, as some of his hero costume begins getting burned off, mostly his jacket, as he begins feeling tons of fire and a huge shockwave hitting him as well. With that, everyone begins seeing this, with some of the explosion begins going around the entire building from top floor to bottom floors. And however, it doesn't create a massive hole within the building though. But however, the hallway that both Izuku and Bakugo were in was completely and utterly, well, scarred and burned as well. As then, Bakugo was also hit by the explosion thanks to Izuku, but not to the same degree, with soon saying, "How you like that, you damn nerd?" As he soon looks with that of a shocked look on his face, with Izuku breathing heavily, with then saying, "You know, I was really trying to hold myself back, you freaking moron." As his entire body is exposed besides his pants, his blue jeans that haven't been burnt completely off yet. As everyone sees this, with many of the girls were pretty shocked to see a small guy like Izuku being that built after all. With some of the guys actually being pretty well jealous. Within, Bakugo saying, You're a monster." Saying, "Nah, I am no monster. If you want to see monsters, check out the freaking people that the Nest organization creates. Now those guys are literal monsters. Me on the other hand, I'm just a normal human who trained to become a monster." As Izuku walks, with Bakugo saying, "Stay the hell away from me. Stay away, you freak!" Saying, "Seriously, Bakugo, no. Katsuki, I used to look up to you. I used to look up to how determined you were and how motivated you were to become a hero. But look at you. You're basically freaked, panicked, and know in no way in hell what to do when your strongest attack done nothing to damage me to a huge degree or even knock me out. You panic. You're afraid. Honestly, I expected better." And soon, Izuku was already in front of Bakugo. As Bakugo was freaked out as he tried to grab at Izuku's face with an explosion, he was soon already sent flying with a punch from Izuku. As then, Izuku was already behind him and then screamed, "Crotch shoot!" As then he brought down his foot on Bakugo's face, knocking him to the ground and knocking him out. With that, Izuku looked around and says, "Hey, my hat's still okay." As he puts it back on his hat, saying, a little bit burnt, but I can live with that. With soon him heading to the top floor, as then he rushes up there as fast as he can at full speed. But soon he sees that Ochako is struggling to get the bomb from Ida. Well, Ida as usual. And the attack that Bakugo used didn't help matters either. So there's that. As Izuku soon saying, "Alright, give me a minute." As he channels his ki to his legs, as he begins screaming out, "Hurricane kick! Hurricane kick!" As he begins destroying a couple pillars nearby, and soon he's saying, "Uraka, grab that pillar over there." As she's saying, "Wait, what are you? Just give me it. Just do it." As she soon grabbed it, as realized, "Wait, are you?" With Izuku smiling, as she then used her quirk on it, with Izuku destroying a couple more pillars. As then as tons of rubble began creating around the floor, with Ida realizing, "You clever hero, well done, but it will not stop me from keeping the bomb safe. And not only that, if Uraraka does use that rubble, who knows what she might do to this bomb," saying, "You said that she was the one grabbing it." As saying, "Wait, what?" Within, Uraraka basically sends tons of rubble right at Ida, as she soon says, "Cosmic home run!" Where soon Ida was distracted by the tons of debris that was coming right at him. Izuku was already behind him and grabbed the rocket, saying, "I could have done it without it, but distracting you would make things a lot more easier, if I'm going to be honest." As soon, All Might saying, "The hero team wins!" After this, Izuku lay down on the ground, saying, "For our first training exercise in the hero course, I think this has to be one of the most exhausting I'm going to have this entire year, isn't it?" As saying, "Well, I didn't know what happened down there, but I'm glad you're okay, Midoriya." As Izuku saying, "Thanks, Ida. I appreciate that." But soon, All Might began thinking, it's surprising. This did end in only 5 minutes. With soon everyone was shocked, but Ojiro was saying, "Told you. Of course this would end in only 5 minutes or so." If anything, I'm more surprised that Izuku didn't end this even further. Possibly because his relationship with Bakugo, of course. So that kind of makes sense. As all 4 of them arrive back at the, monitoring room, with Bakugo, who's still pretty passed out after all. With soon, as Izuku is still in the monitoring room with just his hat, some pretty torn jeans, and still pretty shirtless after all. As everyone noticed this, with Izuku saying, "What? I can't help it." As All Might soon asked the entire class who deserves MVP. As soon, Momo soon says, "Normally I would have said Ida. However, Midoriya deserves it even more than anything. Yes, he did had a personal grudge and a personal reason to take down Bakugo. However, he knew that Bakugo would most likely only focus on him. Not only that, he also minimized the damage within the building when Bakugo only cared more about beating Midoriya. Also, he also might have created more, the damage to the building, but he did it in a way that would support his teammates, with many of destruction still pretty limited after all." But soon, Izuku saying, "I'm more surprised. I didn't think I would actually get MVP." With soon, All Might saying, "This girl really is scary. I should have taken Aizawa's words to heart about her." And soon saying, "Well, why don't we start the next training exercise? Will Team B and Team F go down?" As Team B being Shoto and Shoji as canon, with Team F being Ojiro and Toru as usual. With that, they are now ready for what's to come. With soon, as they begin the training exercise, Shoji began using his quirk to see on where they would where both Ojiro and Toru are. With soon saying, "I got this." Not only that, Shoto wants to end this a lot more quicker than Midoriya's match after all, which went by way faster. But soon, he's saying, as he freezes the entire building, Ojiro began knowing that the entire building begins getting a lot more colder, as he begins thinking, "Damn it, Hagakure, she already went out to try and sneak up on them." As he begins channeling his ki through his body, and then channeling his manipulated ki being fire across well, at least 5 meters around his area. As soon he begins thinking, even if Todoroki comes in here, I think I can handle him on my own. But I feel like he's holding back something. If that's the case, then as soon he channels more of his flames through the lower half of his body and even through his tail, as he sees a perfect place to catch Shoto by surprise, as he soon jumps up and then waits for the perfect moment. As he sees Shoto coming in, Ojiro takes the time to attack, as he soon drops down with full force. As Shoto thinks, nice maneuvers, Ojiro, but I doubt you're going to. Before realizing it, the ice barrier that he used to attack Ojiro with was basically destroyed with one hit, with then Shoto actually being surprised, but only being able to see it on his right side. With soon Ojiro, who's taking it seriously, and it also doesn't help that the lower half of his face being covered as well. With then, he soon was sent flying at Shoto by using his master's signature technique, the Chao Shin Soku Zen E Ken, as he begins moving so fast that he turns into that of a blur, with soon Shoto getting hit directly by Ojiro, completely elbowing him in the chest, as Shoto feels this head on, with then being knocked down to the ground in pain, saying, "Ow, I thought you didn't have a speed quirk," saying, "Just like Midoriya, I trained pretty hard with my master, who is the younger brother of his. So they're both considered equal to one another. However, I focus more on speed and agility, where Midoriya focuses more on speed and power. Not only that, where Izuku draws on the power of the earth, I draw on the power of fire through my body, manipulating my ki into flames." Hearing this, Shoto gets annoyed and gets irritated at Ojiro saying, You, saying, "Sorry about this, Todoroki," as he knocks him out with his tail. But soon he begins looking down the hallway and then calling out, "You okay, Hagakure?" Saying, "I'm frozen to the ground from my feet. Do you think I'm okay?" Is saying, "Sorry." And as he begins thinking, probably doesn't help much that you are also naked as well. Soon after saying this, he begins thinking, I think it'd be best to actually hold back let the time run out. After all, I don't think Shoji is going to be coming in here anytime soon for at least a while now. As soon after saying this, he goes back and begins meditating nearing the bomb. With soon as time begins running down, Shoto begins, waking up as Shoji begins entering the building. Before realizing it, it was already over. As soon All Might begins screaming out, "The villain team has won!" With soon, Ojiro opened one of his eyes saying, "About time." With soon, he's saying, "Sorry about that, Todoroki. Sorry if I hurt you too much or if I went too hard on you." As he offered a hand to the red and white-haired boy, Shoto soon smacks it out of the way, with surprising Ojiro saying, "Get away from me. I don't want your pity, Ojiro." As he soon stands back up and then walks out of the room, saying, "Don't worry, I'll take the ice out of here. Or do you want to do it yourself?" As Ojiro saying, "I think you should do it if you can. I'm pretty limited on my ki, if I'm going to be honest." As Ojiro says this nervously, With soon entering the building, as Shoji soon says, Todoroki, are you okay? Saying, I'm fine. Let's go. After that, he soon ate past, Toru as usual saying, hey, are you going to help me out of here or not? As he just ignores her and then activates his right side, being his fire side, as the entire building begins to melt from the ice. He begins melting the ice, saying, I guess he could, but now it feels hotter in here. I'm guessing he has another half of his quirk. As Izuku sees this, saying, I knew Ojiro was going to win, but I didn't know Todoroki had such a strong quirk, if anything. As soon he begins thinking, wait, Todoroki? He's the son of the number 2 hero, isn't he? As soon Izuku's saying, why didn't I put 2 and 2 together? Damn. After that, the first practice training finally ends, with all the other, basically goes pretty similar as canon as well, so nothing really changed. With that, soon All Might saying, well done everyone, you were all pretty strong out there. Not only that, I believe that there are still some things that you all need to improve on as well. But even so, I feel like today may have been a pretty good day. As Izuku saying, yeah, good day, he says, with saying this pretty nervously in his head. But soon saying, also, young Midoriya, young Ojiro, meet me tomorrow before classes start in my personal office. I wish to talk to the both of you in private, if you will. As saying, sure, if that's what you wish, sir. After this, saying, now, as for I, need to go. As then, All Might soon leaves as fast as he just showed up. Then everybody was impressed to see the number 1 hero move that quickly. Within Izuku saying, All Might would never move that quickly unless it's necessary. Possibly some leftover paperwork. With Ojiro saying, possibly, but he'd want us to meet with us tomorrow, but not after today. I mean, I know classes are about to end, but still. But soon, everybody begins thinking, man, both Midoriya and Ojiro this strong? I didn't expect that of all things. But soon, Kirishima says, dude, you guys were awesome out there, especially you, Midoriya. I didn't expect you to be so manly out there. Saying, thanks, man. I appreciate that. As soon Izuku basically puts his fist in front of Kirishima, saying, come on, fist bump me. It's what my master and I do when we meet somebody for the first time that we might like, that we might want to be friends with. Saying, oh, sure, man. As the two fist bump. But then Izuku began to realize that Bakugo is gone. As he soon leaves, thinking, I need to go change. Within him leaving as well, as yes, he's still shirtless. As a couple minutes now go by, Bakugo was about to leave school, as Izuku was behind him saying, hey, Kachan. And saying, what the hell do you want, Deku? Saying, seriously. I can tell you're still pissed. Saying, no, why would I be pissed, you damn nerd? Saying, because you lost. Ain't that right? Saying, shut the hell up. What the hell do you know? That was a fluke. It had to be. There's no way in hell I would lose. Katsuki, just shut the hell up and listen! Saying, what the hell? As Bakugo was taken back by that, saying, the reason you lost wasn't because I got lucky. The reason you lost is because you were arrogant, selfish, and completely one-sided. If you're trying to become a hero, start acting like it. This isn't the time to be thinking about some personal grudges or some goddamn libido of yours. If you want to leave UA, fine, go ahead. I won't stop you. But think about it. If you really are willing to. if you're willing to throw away everything that you worked for, everything that people expected of you to actually do, and just run away from one loss, I won't stop you, because it's your choice, not mine. I won't lose sleep over it, but you will, and you know you will. That's a fact. After this, Bakugo couldn't help but feel frustrated, knowing that Izuku was telling the truth, saying, like I said, do what you want. I won't stop you. After this, Izuku basically walks past Bakugo. It felt like time was basically slowed down for Bakugo for a split second, as he begins internally thinking, wow, when the hell did you become so damn strong, Izuku, and left me behind? As then, Izuku just went past and went back and left home, with Bakugo saying, I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose to you again. I'll get stronger. I'll surpass you in your stupid supernatural bullshit. Just you wait, Deku. I will be behind you. As soon, Izuku just turned around and cracked a smile as he begins thinking, now that's the Kachan I know. And saying, good luck with that, as the two soon part ways. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And, well, god damn, this video is long, I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, I really hope it's worth it. Hope you guys like this. Please like, subscribe, and also comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Check out my Discord and my gaming channel. Links will be in the description below if you like checking them out. With all that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later, guys.